Hello, Gary here with another anime and manga review. This time I'm doing Mare. Um, if you watched any of my former reviews, you noticed that I've done manga I've liked, and this time I decided to do one that I didn't like, and that's Mare, obviously. So let's get with the review. The summary. Mare is about a kid named Genta who is keeps having these dreams of this other world called I apologize. Called Mare Heaven, and and then one day he's transported to this world, and when he gets there, like all of his weaknesses are gone. Like before, he had to wear glasses, but now he doesn't. He was also like the weakest kid in his class, but now he has superhuman strength. He's super fast. All that good stuff. And upon arriving to Mar Heaven, he meets a girl named Dorothy who introduces him to the Arums or arms, as I like to call them, since that's how they're spelled or whatever. Which are basically like accessories and weapons in this world. And when they meet, Dorothy is actually looking for a legendary Arum named Babbo, and because Genta is so strong and fast, she decides to take him with her. I mean, you know. So they end up going to this cave. They find Babbo. Dorothy doesn't want it, so she gives it to Genta. And Babbo, well, for one thing, he's like a living thing. He can talk. He has a personality. The second is that he can transform to various types of things throughout the story. Like that's basically how Genta upgrades his power right now. It's by getting a new transformation for Babbo. Uh, as far as the story progresses, Genta learns of the um, chess pieces, which are basically just a group of psychopaths and killers who are all super strong and trying to take over the world, which they tried to do 6 years ago before they were stopped by a person from someone from a different world than more heaven, which is actually why Genta is brought here by um I can't remember his name, some guy. So he brings him here to help them out. And so here's one of the things I have a problem with the entire series. Like all of the chess pieces are super strong and stronger than anyone else in the world, right? But yeah, instead of just having a war, they decided to have, ooh, let's have a tournament to decide if we get the world or not. Like really, really, that's how you're going to do stuff. And from there, this no, it's one big no tournament after another, fighting constantly. There's little to no story progression after that. It no, it is what it is, I suppose. But so for the story, I'll give it 5. It wasn't terrible, but at the same time, you've seen a million different mangas similar to it, and most of the time a lot better than this one. If you're someone who loves a good story, don't even bother. Alright, so let's go for the artwork now. The the author at slash manga artist. If you read one of his works, you've read them all. When it comes to the artwork, but okay, for instance, every main character that I read from any of his mangas look exactly the same. Um, and they also have the same personality, but I'll get to that in a bit. as for the other artwork, it's pretty standard stuff. It's not too good. It's not too bad. I'll give it a 6. I can't really show you since I don't have a copy of it. So you have to look up for yourselves as far as artwork goes. Next I'll do characters, which is bad. Yeah, the characters are, for the most part, are uninteresting or clones of other characters from different mangas. Like I said, all of his main characters are always the same. They're the retards with a heart of gold. They're stupid, but they'll give you their left arm for you. That type of deal. And that's the same with Genta. And then there's Dorothy, who is the witch that he meets in the beginning. She doesn't play too big a role for most of the story, then comes in later as a semi-important part. There's Jack, who becomes Ginta's best friend. He meets up with him about, I don't know, 10% through the manga. I don't know. He's basically like a hack, like his arm is a or arrow, my bad, is a shovel. Look, the characters are so uninteresting. I can't remember half of them at this point. So I'll just move on from there. Length. There's 15 volumes. I don't remember exactly how many chapters. I think there's about 200. But honestly, since it is mostly a fighting manga, a lot of pages don't have text, so you should breeze through it easily. I think I read it in 2 days, something like that. You might read it, more slowly than I do. I don't know. When I start reading a manga, I read it non-stop, so maybe that's just me. But um, what else is there to talk about? I've never seen the anime, so I can't comment on the production value or anything like that for the anime. Um, hmm. Overall, I'll give Mare a 5 because it's average at best and at worst is poor. So, yeah, that was probably the most boring review you've probably ever heard, but this manga truly sucks. I do not recommend it to anyone unless you like this author for whatever reason. Yeah. Well, bye, I guess. That was a short review.